This don't make no sense, but this makes sense. Let me see if I can find this to back up what makes sense in the Quran, and you'll find it. So, for example, here's an example. Protocol for Jummah. We come clean, we dress, and we shower. We have to take a shower before Jummah. We come early, and we get a front row space, because the angels sit next to the angels in the front row. No talking or anything that is distracting to the khutbah. Don't ask questions, etc., unless the khatib or the speaker asks a general question for an answer. Come early enough to make our sunnahs when entering the masjid. When the iqamah is called, the angels take a seat and start recording. Do not wear clothing with writing on it, which may distract the minds away from the concentration. Do not wear outrageous clothing to distract from the attention, or loud cologne or perfume. All attention is to be on the khutbah. That's why we put that cover over those boxes over there. Because if you're sitting there and you look over the boxes, your mind automatically start thinking about the boxes or whatever else is up there. So we put some cover over there because it's supposed to be a strict focus on what the imam is talking about. Jummah prayer replaces the Zuhr prayer, the noon prayer. The Zuhr prayer is 4 rakats, 2 plus 2. The first part of the Jummah prayer is in 2 parts, which is similar to the 2 rakats. That's why the imam sits down, stands back up, and continues on with the khutbah. And the second part of the Jummah is 2 rakats, totaling the 4 sections. The second part of the Jummah is the actual two rakats of prayer. So the Jummah is two portions of the khutbah and 2 rakats of prayer together. That's the Jummah prayer. And the first 2 sections of the khutbah is the same as 2 rakats of prayer. That's why there has to be specific attention. Now, listen to this. It is improper to do sunnah prayers during the khutbah, which is in fact 2 rakats of prayer. So just imagine yourself, somebody's leading a prayer, say like Asr or Maghrib, and you come in late. And you standing beside people and you're doing sunnahs. You're disrupting the prayer. You're supposed to join the congregation and fit in with them. Would you join a congregational prayer in progress and start doing sunnahs? Sunnah prayers disturbing and interrupting the flow and rhythm? No, you would not. So, I read up on this specifically because I wanted to talk about it. And this is crazy. You have 2 different views on the same thing. So we have to use our aql, our brain, our mind. We have to use that to figure this thing out. How can you concentrate on the imam giving the khutbah and you making sunnah prayers? How can you concentrate on making your sunnah prayers and the imam is talking, delivering the khutbah? You can't do it. They're going to blend together. And when we make our prayers, we're supposed to be in a devout situation. And when we listen to the khutbah, we're supposed to be in a devout situation. So I tell people from time to time, if I can catch them, to wait, hold your sunnahs until after the prayer. Some people understand, some people don't. But that's why I'm making this down. Always be careful. You go to one of these other masjids, the Jummah's going on, 6, 7 people come in, they start doing sunnahs. You can't help but be distracted. And some people are so they want to be seen, they'll start almost saying the prayer out loud. And all this is interfering with your concentration. But they think they're doing what's right. We're supposed to make 2 rakats sunnah when we enter a masjid. That's why we come early before the khutbah starts so we can do our 2 or 4, how many rakats that we want to do. Not doing the khutbah. And it was Imam Muhammad who brought this out. And then all the imams started picking it up. And they would actually have arguments with people in the Jummah. And you know who the arguments was with? It was with us, who was following them, who could quote a hadith and say, no, brother, but right in the middle, they would start an argument right in the middle of the Jummah. They'd walk out the Jummah. Like, y'all don't know what y'all talking about. So I'm just bringing this up just so we have it and understand it. The prophet in the hadith says, one time he leaned against a tree and the leaves started falling off. The prophet turned to his companions and said that when a believer makes prayer to Allah sincerely, his sins and wrongs fall off him like the leaves on that tree. So this is something that we should be aware of. That's why the scholars will tell you it's a sin to miss a prayer. It's a sin to miss a prayer. Now, I don't know about y'all, but I can't speak for anybody. But I know for myself, I had missed prayer. And then forgotten that I missed it. But the point is that we should try our best when we can't make a prayer to make that prayer up. Because Allah allows us to make the prayer up. And at night is the best time. When you through working, you through with your day, you home, go make your prayers up, 2 or 3 prayers, or whatever it was. But the point is that when we make our prayers, our sins fall away from us. Like the prophet said, just like the leaves from that tree. What a merciful religion this is. Talk about Jummah. O ye who believe, when the call is proclaimed to prayer on Friday, the day of assembly, hasten earnestly to the remembrance of Allah and leave off business and traffic. That is best for you, if ye but knew. And when the prayer is finished, then may ye disperse through the land and seek of the bounty of Allah, and celebrate the praises of Allah often and without stint, that ye may prosper. But when they see some bargain or some amusement, they disperse headlong into it and leave thee standing. Say, the blessings from the presence of Allah is better than any amusement or bargain. And Allah is the best to provide for all needs. Sadaqallah al-Azim. Surely Allah speaks the truth. A hadith in closing, you cannot be a believer unless you love for your brother what you love for yourself. When one part of the ummah hurts, it affects the whole ummah. So here's join me with this dua as we close out this Jummah. May Allah be at every point of your need. Bless and protect you from all known and unknown evils, today and always. On the day of judgment, may you be amongst the people that will be shaded and sheltered by the throne of Allah. May He count you worthy of His favor and reward every little thing you do in multiples. May all your wishes and desires be accomplished. Ameen. Come to Salat.